Alright, picking up where we left off, we want to make some faces per each, or surfaces per each face of our component. So copy this down and over so you can just have a series of steps of what you did for the manipulations. Select this and disable the preview. So now within this we have all of our lines. So what I want us to do is create 4-point surfaces or loft between these lines to create varying surfaces. The command you might need to use is either 4-point or loft, but if you also go to your surfaces command, you'll see some other options that you might need to explore, like edge surfaces or boundary surfaces, if you have more than 4 points. But I think for the majority, the 4-point surface, if you bring up this component, it should work for your study. So what this asks for is 4 points, and then it outputs one surface. So what we're going to do is, for each face, I'm going to pull this away so we can work cleanly here. Create a surface with these points. So now you'll see, oh, okay, the surface is done and it's closed here with this first surface. But as I showed you in class, if we were to bake this, what's going to happen is that those iso curves of the U and V are going off the surface. And if you turn on the control points of this, you're going to see that there's a 4th point that's left out in space. And this is because we only provided 3 points to it, and Rhino needs, or Grasshopper and Rhino both need 4 points in order to make a closed surface. So what it's reading as is a trimmed surface, so that means it's trimming off half the information that's set off by our points, but then it still exists there. So to make clean surfaces, because especially if we were taking this into a fabrication software like you were doing for contouring or for stacking methods, you need to take your first point and close it into your last point, yes. And what this will do, if you delete this and then rebake your output, it creates a completely closed surface based off of our points. So now if we were to turn on the control points, they're the same as to the surface that we have on our pyramid. There's no excess information that's not being processed. So if I'm going to delete that, I'm going to now create this for the other ones. This is creating that bottom, and then I'll take this back to Lego 2. Delete this, delete this. No. One, and then this last one will be a series of this point, this point, that point, and this point. Great. So now I have 4 surfaces that are closed. As you saw me working through it, highlighting the point and then selecting it will help you keep things clear in your mind. However, I believe I may, yes, I have a double surface here. Hold on. Okay, so if I have this point as a start, this point is my second, and then the center is my third, and then my D will go back to that first point. Voila. So now if you were to bake this, you'd have a closed polygon with all the surfaces that are there.